Hi, Sailor Moon and Sailor Jupiter here, and today we're going to talk about why folks don't like the Dic and Cloverway Sailor Moon. Now, we made this film many times, but it's always a film. We always think that we're going to get to the grounds of it, or we always think that we got the right way of talking about it, and the truth is we don't. The hatred, or I guess you might want to say unlike, of the Dic and Cloverway take on Sailor Moon mostly came out of folks that, hated it for the things that were shifted or skimmed from it or cleaned from it. Now, keep in mind, these folks might have a double standard because they don't mind about other things that have been cleaned or skimmed or cut, but they seem to think that say they work this as their grounds to why they believe the Dic and Cloverway one is unwatchable. And their belief, uh, the word show playing, or those show players who were speaking for us, they didn't like them. They thought they didn't speak the way they thought that the sailors should be to speak like. Now I don't know what they thought what the 4-1 Rikers and the Settllanders show players who did the speaking for us back in the day were supposed that were need to speak like, but they didn't like that. They also didn't like any of the songs. They thought the songs were bad. They didn't like it that some things were skimmed out or cleaned. They felt that that was wrong. They got irked or angry over names being shifted from Dawnish borrowed names to Latinish, Frenchish, or Hellenish, or Farsius, or Spanish, or Hivuous borrowed names. They also bitched about any stead name being shifted, strike names being shifted, and other things. For whatever grounds, sake, and why, they bitched about how, they thought that the unstraight were handled the wrong way. Now, these are one of many things that, if you bring it up in a Sailor Moon followership to any of them, some of them out there bitch about how bad the show is. But I don't think it's that bad. And where did this hatred come from, or the unlike of it come from? Your guess is good as mine. Right. Well, you gonna say some stuff. Oh, yeah, you're right, Sailor Moon. At the end of the day, a lot of folks hated the Dic Sailor Moon and the Cloverway Sailor Moon for the same grounds. Keep in mind that this was the only offshoot of Sailor Moon they had back in the day, and there wasn't any other one. I mean, Viz wouldn't get the right to start working with Sailor Moon until 24 between YL. And as far as the new Birth Great Sea Glee Sailor Moon, that one wouldn't see the light of day until last year in 2022 YL. So these were the only offshoots of Sailor Moon they had. And they didn't like them. And they also had a held belief that this was, not what Naiko Takiguchi wanted. Dic and Cloverway weren't being trusted to the true Sailor Moon. And they also made some beliefs that if you watched that you liked this one, you weren't a true Sailor Moon follower. At the end of the day, not getting angry over these things, I think it's dumb. I mean, yeah, not a lot of folks know Dawnish borrowed names. So shifting them to borrowed names that folks speaking English would know, because those names were borrowed from those speeches into English, shifting them from Danish borrowed names to Latinus or Frenchish or Hellenish or Hebrewish or Farsius or Spanish borrowed names, names that folks speaking English would know more of. Shifting strike names around, why you folks get so angry over that is I don't understand it. And instead names being shifted around, you could make a big deal out of that, which I never understood that at all. And as far as the show playing goes, I don't know why you folks got angry at the 4-1 Rikers and the Settlelander show players who were speaking for us back in the day in the Dic 1 and the Cloverway 1. Why you folks made a big deal out of it is beyond me. Yeah, you got anything to say? Yeah, at the end of the day, Sailor Jupiter, you're right. Why do so many folks out there make a big deal over this? Why was this? How did Dic and Cloverway Sailor Moon get so much hate with the Sailor Moon followership that they make teams of it? Those who liked the Dic and Cloverway work and those who did not like the Dic and Cloverway work of Sailor Moon. And when did the belief that you're not a true Sailor Moon follower if you like the Dic and Cloverway take on Sailor Moon get started? Why would anyone out there even believe it? You know, at the end of the day, yes, they do have their right to feel that way or to think that way or have that thought or belief or take. But there is no truth for them to back any of it up and to say that it's bad since all these things were done to it. You know, or to say it's unwatchable. Or to say that it's a sin against drawing shows or drawing films out there, whatever belief they come up, they say. You know? So anyway, that's just some of the hate that my Dic and Cloverway work of my show back in the day got hate for. You know? Or, I guess hate's too strong a word for it. Because you can't really hate something like that. I guess unlikeness of it, the unlike of it would be something you could say. Well, I want to end it now? Oh, right, yeah. Thank you, Sailor Moon. If you like this film, then follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here when Sailor Moon and Sailor Mars made their film talking about, you know, something about, where Sailor Moon Cosmos, Sailor Moon World is at. I, Sailor Jupiter, Lita, I, Sailor Moon Serena, see you later. And they always leave me to end my film. I don't understand it.